Hello, my name's Dr. Marita Long and I'm one of the GPs at Glebe Hill Family Practice. Today what I'm going to talk to you about is long-acting reversible contraceptives, or LARCs as we call them. Why do we want to talk about these with you? Well, remember I said to you earlier on that we have 51% of our pregnancies are unplanned, and our long-acting reversible contraceptives are really good at preventing unplanned pregnancies. So if you're after a really serious reproductive choice, they might be the right option for you. So in the family of long-acting reversible contraceptives, we've got our hormonal ones and our non-hormonal ones. So the hormonal ones are known as the Implanon. That's probably the most popular, which is a little rod here that sits in just above your triceps under your skin. So a lot of younger women and some of the older women really like this. The other next most common option is the Mirena, which I'm going to talk to you. Don't be scared by that. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that in a minute. And then the third one, which is a non-hormonal form, is the copper IUD. So again, it's like the Mirena in that it sits inside your uterus. So why do we like them as doctors? Well, one, because they're highly effective. They're relatively inexpensive. There are some upfront costs, but if we look at that over the time that they last, they become very affordable. They're quite simple to use in that they're set and forget. Once they're in your body, you don't have to think about contraception again. They have minimal side effects. They're generally readily available, although you do need to find doctors who are trained in inserting these devices. And the minute they come out of your body, your fertility is restored. So they're rapidly reversible. So they're a really good option. Why aren't they very popular? We actually find that probably only 4 to 8% of women are choosing these as options. And I guess that's because there are some barriers out there. One of those biggest barriers being there's a lot of misconceptions about them. As we said before, there's a little bit of upfront cost, but that does level out over the duration of time. And we do need to find doctors who can insert them. So a lot of doctors haven't really grasped the confidence or the use of these, and there's really very few contraindications to any woman having a long-acting reversible contraceptive. The other thing we find is once women have these inserted, they tend to keep on going with them as a form of contraception, so you don't get you stopping and starting like you often do with some of the pills. So I'll just have a little quick talk to you mainly about the Mirena today, and we might talk later down the track about some of the other options. So the Mirena is an IUD that sits in the uterus. So this is a little bit smaller than an adult uterus, but generally it's about the size of your fist. And then the Mirena, as you can see, well, it comes in this very long tool. It just sits in the uterus like so. Once it's in there, it releases a little bit of progesterone, which is a slow release, and most of the action happens inside the uterus. And in there what it does is it thins the lining of the uterus, changes the mucus in your cervix a little bit, and it interferes with the transport of the egg and the sperm, so they're less likely to come into contact with each other. Only about 25% of the hormone will be absorbed into your body, so that means it has very few systemic side effects. Most of the action is happening in the uterus. It has about a 99.7% effectiveness rate, and it can stay in there for 5 years. So it is a terrific option. I'd really encourage, if you're wanting that ability to plan your pregnancies and you'd like something that you can set and forget, come and talk to us at Glebe Hill Family Practice about the Mirena.